You're right on time for Hope TV Newswatch on this 21st day of April 2024. A very good evening to you and welcome to the broadcast. My name is Ken Kimani. Now, the late Chief of Defense Forces, General Francis Ogolas, has finally been laid to rest at his Ngia home in Siaya County. President William Ruto led the nation in bidding farewell to the fallen military chief who died in a helicopter crash on Thursday, the 18th of April, alongside 9 other military officers, making him the first KDF boss to die in office. Ogolas was accorded a 19-gun salute, and as Alice Diana reports, Ogolas was buried without a coffin at 3 p.m. in his Ngia home, with only a piece of cloth covering his body, which was in adherence to his wishes.
Hundreds of mourners assembled at the Obama Kogelo Primary School in Ngia Village, Siaya County, for a burial service of the late Chief of Defense Forces CDF, General Francis Ogolas. His body, which was lying at the Mashujaa Funeral Home in Nairobi since Thursday evening, was flown into Kisumu Airport by a military plane. The body was received by Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua alongside top military officials and ICT Cabinet Secretary Eliud Owalo. A brief military parade was conducted at the airport in honor of the general before the body was transported by a special Mercedes hearse and escorted by outriders and military vehicles to his Ngia home in Siaya County, with residents lining up along the way to catch a glimpse of the entourage. The mass recession for the general, which entailed opening prayers, welcoming remarks, eulogy, and tributes from family, friends representatives, church representatives, military representatives, and the government, was held at Senator Obama Kogelo Primary School.
When my mom called me and told me your dad has gone down in a helicopter crash, they're very useless bloggers. You're so quick to post pictures. I've been told by my mother my father's gone down. 10 minutes later, I'm seeing a helicopter burning. What does that mean? Of course he's dead. And people are so insensitive. So you broke the news. Umepewa EGH for breaking the news that the general is dead. Let us be sensitive. Tafadhali, bloggers, watia media. Mwambiwa bloggers wache mchezo. I'd mentioned them by name. Lakini yo tabia bana.
The military, led by the acting Chief of Defense Forces Lieutenant General Charles Kahiriri, eulogized Ogolas as a leader, commander, and mentor to them.
General Ogolas was a fine airman. Above all, he was a leader, he was a commander, and he was a mentor to all of us in the Kenya Defense Forces.
We wish to today, Your Excellency, just convey condolences of the KDF to the wider family of the late General, now that we are in his home area. Please accept our heartfelt condolences, as well as the people of Siaya and the general region of Nyanza, because this was your gallant son, that you will be dearly missed.
The government officials who were present at the burial praised the late general, saying he was a brilliant military leader who contributed to matters national security.
Ogolas alikuwa na kipawa cha ujuzi wake kwa mambo ya kijeshi, na pia akawa na kipawa sana kwa mambo ya kuhusu diplomasia, na haya yote aliyatumia vizuri sana kuhudumia taifa letu na kupeana heshima kwa majeshi yetu.
Your Excellency, we have accompanied you here to this great county of Siaya to honor and bury a decorated general, a career military strategist, accomplished fighter pilot, a competent and focused team leader, a humble, kind man, and all of us are privileged to have served with him under you.
Describing him as a passionate commander and a patriot of great humility and integrity, President William Ruto gave assurance that the vision Ogolas had for the Kenya Defense Forces will be implemented.
I am very confident, as I was then, that in the hands of General Ogolas, the security of Kenya was assured. he demonstrated in strategy, in word, and in deed that he loved this country, that he wanted the best for Kenya, and he stopped at nothing.
After the tributes, Bible readings followed, then a sermon, family prayers, and finally a vote of thanks before proceeding to the burial site in Moore Village, where the general's body was interred. Only designated persons were allowed at the burial site. In adherence to his wishes, his interment was without a coffin, with only a piece of cloth covering his body. Honoring his service, General Ogola, who passed away while in office, received a solemn 19-gun salute from the officers he led for nearly a year. As questions continue to arise about what caused Thursday's helicopter crash in Kaben in Elgeyo-Marakwet County, the late General Francis Omondi Ogola will be remembered as the shortest-serving Chief of Defense Forces in the country so far, having taken over the leadership of the military on the 29th of April 2023. He leaves behind a widow, Mrs. Eileen Kadhambi Ogola, and two children, Lona Acheng Omondi and Joel Rabuku Omondi Ogola. He also leaves behind one daughter-in-law, Mudhoni Njenga Mwaura, and one grandson. Alice Diana, Hope TV Newswatch.
Thank you so much, Alice, for that report. May the soul of the general rest in eternal peace. What a humble man he was. Now, a section of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition leaders have called on the government to expedite investigations on the death of the Chief of Defense Forces, General Francis Ogola. Led by Senator Oburu Odinga, the leaders reiterated that it is only through making the report public that Kenyans will get over the unfortunate incident that also claimed the lives of other 9 army officers. Now, Kenya Party leader Martha Karua stated that Ogola's death was a security issue that should be investigated.
Mr. President, this is a straightforward thing. We have heard that a team has been constituted to look into the circumstances under which General Ogola fell. What Kenyans want, Mr. President, is simply to make it public, because then that will allay all these fears. And the matter of General Ogola goes beyond our sister Eileen and our beautiful kids. It's a national thing.
When an accident occurs, it's a security issue. There are security concerns which deserve an answer for the nation. And since an inquiry has already been formed, we look forward to a speedy investigations.
I would just like to say that the death was an accident, but even though it is an accident, in this region we have had many such accidents, and we have also had assassination of leaders from this region. So when such things happen, we are a bit suspicious, not because of anything, but we want to know the truth.
The first rule in investigations is that you don't rule anything out. If you want to carry a true investigation, don't leave anything out. So we want to be assured that nothing will be left out so that the truth comes out.
Meanwhile, President William Ruto has welcomed thorough investigations into the death of the Chief of Defense Forces, General Francis Ogola. The head of state has vowed that all security agencies, including the investigation teams, will leave no stone unturned so as to make sure that all details are laid bare on the accident that took away the life of General Ogola. President William Ruto has also asserted that his government will never condone extrajudicial killings, noting that the probe's report will bring the truth to the fore.
I have full confidence in KDF. They are our foremost professional entity in Kenya. They have demonstrated beyond any doubt their professionalism and integrity. And therefore, I have full confidence that General Omenda and the team he has appointed to make sure that all details are laid bare on the accident that took away the life of General Ogola. I know the KDF are as concerned as I am, and indeed the family and every Kenyan, on the life of General Ogola. And I want to assure the country that the KDF, our Kenya Air Force, have the requisite integrity and professionalism to make sure that there will be no shroud of doubt on what happened to General Ogola.
At the same time, Defense Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale has cleared the air over General Francis Ogola's involvement in the election exercise at the Bomas of Kenya in August 2022. Speaking during the burial ceremony of Ogola in Siaya County, where talks of the general's alleged attempt to alter the 2022 election results at the Bomas of Kenya were dominant, CS Duale stated that Ogola was at Bomas on instructions from his bosses, adding that as a Vice Chief of Defense Forces, Ogola was not one of the members of the National Security Advisory Committee, and there was no way he could have gone on his own. At the same time, Duale also defended President William Ruto's appointment of Ogola, saying most people opposed Ogola's appointment because of the events of the August 2022 and forgot all his credentials and achievements. The CS further went ahead and stated that President Ruto is not a vengeful leader.
Your Excellency, you have confirmed to the nation you are not a petty leader. You are not a vengeful leader. You are not a person who will follow what happened, Your Excellency. As your Minister for Defense, you made a deliberate, with a finality, based on the credentials. He was a smart general. He was one of our finest F-15 jet fighter. He has trained everybody here, including the current Air Force commander. He was a man of humility. He could walk to my office and to all the offices. I could walk to his office. Your Excellency, one day he came to me and asked me, in the holy month of Ramadan, Minister, can I fast with you for 7 days? Your Excellency, you decided, you directed, and I went and passed the council, the Defense Council, your decision on the 27th of April 2023, the appointment of General Ogola, among others. And on 28th, you saw him as your next CDF.
Now, barely 2 days after the KDF chopper carrying the late Chief of Defense Forces General Francis Ogola alongside other KDF officers crashed along the West Pokot and Elgeyo-Marakwet counties border, suspected bandits are reported to have attacked Chesegon area near the KDF camp a few meters away from Cheptulel Boys Secondary School, where General Ogola had visited. The heavy gunfire was heard at around 11 p.m. on Saturday. However, no casualty was reported. Locals are, however, raising questions why the area is not secure despite the presence of heavy GSU troops deployed to man the area.
It is so unfortunate ya kwamba hii mambo ya banditry imeleta shida to an extent ya kwamba tumepoteza tu watu mashuhuri katika nchi yetu. Otherwise, katika mambo yote, sisi kama Kaben location, tunataka ombi letu kuu ni kwamba amani irejee, tuishi na majirani zetu, watu wafanye kazi zao, na hata watoto, kila mtu asomeshe watoto wake. So katika hali yote, unajua area hii imekuwa too prone to banditry, shida imekuwa nyingi.
Now, away from that, Christ is the Answer Ministries Kisii has today marked its 5th anniversary in a joyous event. The Assembly's senior pastor highlighted the challenges faced But the church, which was established in 2019, the members of the church celebrated the anniversary in songs, dance, and poems. Speaking during the ceremony, Bishop Callisto Odede said that God may occasionally allow some things to come on the way, but he'll often turn it around for good. Tess Njenga, who attended the event, tells us more.
It was a day filled with pomp and color as CITAM Kisii celebrated its 5th anniversary. CITAM presiding Bishop Callisto Odede, who was the guest speaker, has encouraged the faithful not to be discouraged through adversity, as sometimes God uses adversity as a launching pad to success.
God has brought us this far, and we can rejoice with Kisii as we pray. I did hear what Reverend Sige was trying to do. He's trying to make a claim to this property. And we will ride on your faith. We will ride on your faith and trust that the Lord will help us as we go along, that should it be his will, that the church may be settled. I'm aware that the elders stepped on this land. They did not just step, they were so convinced that they prayed over this land yesterday, and we trust that the Lord will take care of us. Do not waste your problems and difficulties. Let them work out for you. Your problem could either make you a better person or a bitter person, depending on how you take them. If you allow them to drag you down, you will come out bitter. If you allow them to put you in a corner, you will come out bitter. But if you allow them to be a springboard towards where God wants you to rise, you will come out a better person that brings glory and honor to the living God.
Reporting for Hope TV Newswatch from Kisii County, I'm Tess Njenga.
Thank you so much, Tess, for that report. Now you're watching Hope TV News. It's now time for a short break, but after the break, I'll be back with the business and the sports news. Stick around.
I've actually been trying to find a balance. It's been really tough and hectic, but everyone says once you get a hang of it, it becomes better, and I don't know, but I'm hoping to find a balance soon because it's really been hectic. But you've been in the job industry for a long time, so I think you would know better. Cindy?
Huh? What time is it? I need to catch up on Leadership Forum. Do they have a radio here? Never mind. I brought my own.
No way. You can't be serious. Wait, why do you have a radio and you can just catch up with the shows on Hope FM podcasts?
Really? Even Meet of the One?
Yeah. I mean, you can find them on whatever platform, name it. AfriPods, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you name it.
But I'm not subscribed on any of them.
So no worries. You can just check out the latest episodes on hopemediakenya.org.
You can now listen to select Hope FM programs on your favorite podcast streaming platform or directly on our website, www.hopemediakenya.org. Listen and live.
Welcome back. You're watching Hope TV Newswatch. Now let's get down to business. And the Kenya Tourism Board is seeking partnership with the Kenya Motorsports Federation to bring international bike rides to Kenya so as to showcase the country's natural beauty through the sport. KTB CEO Juna Chepkemei says that the marketing agency will work with relevant partners on improvement of campsites and other facilities to ensure that they are equipped to provide a comfortable resting place for riders to recharge and connect with fellow adventurers. Currently, Kenya boasts an estimated 6,000 adventure riders with over 500,000 riders spread across the continent, highlighting the growing popularity of adventure touring. KMSF is actively promoting leisure and touring activities that cater to this adventurous community. With over 500,000 adventure riders in Africa, Kenya is well positioned to become a preferred destination for companies looking to host tours that cater to this growing market. And to some sporting action now, Olympic champion Paris Jepchirchir smashed the women-only world record by 45 seconds at the London Marathon, winning the World Athletics Platinum Label Road Race in 2 hours, 16 minutes and 16 seconds. Jepchirchir's compatriot Alexander Mutiso Munyao made it a Kenya double, winning the men's race in 2 hours, 4 minutes and 1 second to defeat Ethiopian distance legend Kenenisa Bekele by 14 seconds. Such a proud moment for all Kenyans. Now the 2024 NCBA Golf Series continued its journey this weekend as golf enthusiasts gathered at Ruto Sports Club for the fourth leg of the tournament. In Division 1, the premier category for golfers with handicaps ranging from 1 to 12, Angela's Maina emerged victorious with an impressive score of 36 Stableford points, playing off a handicap of 12. Louise Nderi secured the runner-up position with 34 points, competing off a handicap of 11. Catherine Wamboi, playing off handicap 12, claimed victory in the Ladies Division 1 after carding a round of 29 points. The NCBA Golf Series will be back on the 4th of May at the Thika Sports Club. Kibera Soccer Ladies secured their spot in the semi-finals of the FKF Women's Cup following their 3-0 victory against Bungoma Queens at Dandora Stadium. The first half saw Kibera take a 2-goal lead courtesy of strikes from Nancy Atako in the 24th minute and Lucky Achando in the 31st minute. Despite losing goalkeeper Lucy Kisanga to a red card in the 35th minute, Kibera Soccer maintained control, with Maximila Roby sealing the win with a goal in the 79th minute. Meanwhile, Kenya Police Bullets secured their place in the next round with the 4-1 victory over Kangemi Ladies. Well, with that, we come to the end of our news tonight. Many thanks to you for watching Hope TV Newswatch. We really do appreciate the value of your time. On behalf of the amazing team that made this bulletin a success, have yourselves a blessed night. My name is Kennedy Kimani.